Good. Nobody go. Everybody stays. Coach, any questions?
Yeah, I thought that Ben Bobby came out and pitched really well for us. He had a good changeup, good breaking ball, fastball was good, and just really got us off to a good start. I know that they hit a home run, but uh, sometimes that just happens. And really liked what I saw from our whole pitching staff. I thought Christian came in and threw great. Wood had a really good inning, and then Dietz had a little soreness, so we got him out of there. And then Hewlett came in and did a tremendous job. So super job by our pitchers. And then offensively, uh, some timely hitting. Sue's obviously with the big 2-out double, I think, and drove in a couple runs and then a couple home runs. I mean, obviously it's a quick game, but timely hitting and good pitching and winning a lot of ball games. And that's kind of what you saw tonight.
Dave, with Bybee, is that kind of what you expected that you were going to get out of him in the offseason? You guys were talking about him being your fourth starter. Was that what you envisioned?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we saw in spring in fall practice, and then obviously in the spring he got mono and it slowed him down big time. But he's starting to get his strength is probably full go now, and I thought he threw the ball really well.
So you said soreness with Hunter Dietz. Is there any concern that it might be something more?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. They're going to look at it, but he got sore last time too, and it's kind of in a strange area, different area than where he had surgery. So just let him look at it and figure it out.
The last 3 Tuesday games, you've either one hit or two hit the opponent. Now I know some of them are run rule games, but you think it's a matter of pitchers just doing the most with their opportunity?
Well, I think it's a little bit of everything. They're just throwing a lot of strikes, playing good defense behind them, and you throwing maybe multiple pitchers that giving the other team a different look, every other inning, and it's hard to lock in on a guy and maybe figure out a tendency or two. So, but it's hard to do that all the time because a lot of times, somebody doesn't have a good inning, but it seems like when guys are getting an opportunity, they're going in there or taking advantage of their time on the mound and pitching extremely well.
Nolan had another good day for you guys, and you moved him up in the lineup. And just wondering, that last at bat, really patient against a lefty. How much are you guys working on making sure he can hit lefty on lefty, and maybe that's a way for him to become an everyday guy?
Yeah, he's been, he swings the bat well against lefties. We haven't really seen a drastic difference, and obviously it's different, but he's done a good job, and I mean he's earning everything he gets, and it was good to get him in the field today. Gave Sprague a night off, might get him another day off tomorrow, but just to have him swinging the bat and play a little defense. He hadn't taken a whole lot of ground balls at third. He played there in the fall for us, and so it's probably a little bit different, but might give him another shot over there tomorrow.
And Holt in right field, just a day off for Diggs. And how do you think Peyton performed out there?
Yeah, just kind of letting Kendall take another day off, and wanted to get Holt in the lineup. Didn't really want to DH him, wanted him and Souza to both play. So just thought about it and kind of went with Holt out there in the outfield because he had a little more experience out there than putting Nolan out there, and still wanted to keep the middle infield together. They want to play and get some more bats. So I thought all the way around did a pretty good job.
Christian with a clean inning today. He hasn't been scored on, I think, since like the opening weekend of the season. Just how have you seen his growth from last year to this year?
Well, he's a lot more confident, but I'd say that his stuff's better. He's throwing a lot of more strikes and getting ahead of hitters, and he's getting ground balls, gets sink on that fastball, and it's good to see him throw a couple of sliders today that were really good. Threw the splitter a couple of times, maybe once, and but it's the fastball. It's downhill and it's sinking, and they got to make their mind up real quick if they want to swing or not, because it's got a little bit of velocity behind it. So continuing to get better. If that slider comes on, it's going to be real hard to hit him.
This is a now school record, wins at home, all time, 22, maybe. I know you've commented on things like this recently,
Yeah,
but
what, in a
it's
row?
22 in a row
yeah.
in season.
Yeah, pretty good. Hopefully we'll keep it going. Yeah, so, these guys show up and they play. We pitch good and we feel the ball pretty good and, it's been a good combination, but yeah, I mean, something like that, you can't predict that. And, especially when you get into league play, it's so hard to sweep anybody in league play. If you're playing midweek game, you can win a game or two there. But when you get into league play, man, it's tough. So, just proud of our guys for getting after it, playing hard, and that's a good number.
I'm sure you got a pitching plan with Fisher and a lineup of guys behind him, but I guess you've looked at the weather also.
Yeah, yeah, and you guys probably haven't been told we just moved the game up because there's supposedly a window now, so that'll give you guys a little more time to handle basketball and all that stuff you're really interested in right now. So, well, as of now, Roy and I think he told the other coach, we're looking at 1. Looks like it's going to be maybe lighter from 12 to 3 or 4, and then it jumps back in. Hey, if it doesn't, we'll take a shot. We'll see what we can do, but try to throw the first pitch around 1 is what we're talking about, and that looks like that's what it's going to be.
So I'll ask you a question. Sam Pittman got asked this morning, do you pay attention to college basketball coaching searches?
Do I pay attention
Yeah.
to it? Yeah, I watch it, and I'm glad it's over. It's finally baseball season, right? Yeah, I pay attention to it, man.
You gonna talk to him about waving goodbye that time?
Well, if he wants to.
We saw a lot of guys that came out of the bullpen today that pitched a lot on the weekends for you. I guess safe to assume tomorrow, might be some guys that haven't gotten as much, innings. And what are you looking
Different
for?
guys. These are the guys that we had marked down to throw tonight. Hewlett and Dietz and Wood and Fouch we wanted them to go tonight if we needed to. And we could have sent Ben back out there for another inning or two, but we figured 5 and let's get some other guys in there. It's a good job. So, I mean, Ben threw 5 innings, only threw 55 pitches. So he had another 2 innings in him if we needed him to.
Behavior Loy was batting 190 through the first 10 games of the season. Now he's jumped up to 299. He also hit the homer today. Just what have you been seeing out of him over the past few weeks?
Well, he's really stayed in the zone. He's been a lot more patient. He's hitting the ball extremely hard the other way, as you saw the one he hit off my window. I mean, that was beautiful. And he knew it right when he hit it. It's hard to hit the ball the other way that hard. He did it. So just staying in the zone, just kind of getting it going. And it's been fun watching him just kind of climb the ladder a little bit.
Dave, with this being a 5-game week for the first time, are there any pitchers that we haven't seen that you might throw tomorrow?
Not that you haven't seen on the year. No. But we've got 5 or 6 more guys that we could go with tomorrow if we need to and get them a little bit of work. But we'll start Fisher. I have no idea who they're starting. We didn't know who they were starting today until yesterday, but they gave us a TBA on this one. So Oliver will be up till 2 or 3 in the morning waiting on that text so he can let me know.
All good?
Okay.
We already confirmed 1 p.m. first pitch month.
Look at that.